Well, there was a lot of talk today about exactly how the suspected gunmen managed to launch this attack, because it appears both were on French security officials' radar. Our senior correspondent, Susan Ormiston, is here for more on this. Susan.
Yeah, Peter, so two key questions still. Were they connected to a wider jihadist group? And if they were known to French intelligence, how did they get away with this barbarous plot? So some clues emerging. U.S. security sources, quoted by Reuters and CNN, now say that Saeed, the older of the two, actually traveled to Yemen as late as 2011 and got weapons training with al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula. The U.S. officials said they learned that in a briefing from France's intelligence agency. Secondly, a U.S. source is saying that both Kouachi brothers were on a no-fly list for some years. Now, 10 years ago, as you see in this video, the younger brother, Sharif, surfaced in a documentary on young jihadists in France. And at that time, he was part of a network trying to funnel young French men to go and fight the U.S.-led coalition in Iraq. He was convicted and jailed for 18 months back in 2008. His former lawyer spoke today and said that at that time, Sharif was a pipsqueak, he called him, not a hardcore jihadist. But others say he was subsequently influenced in prison by a jihadist mentor. He was picked up again 4 years ago, allegedly part of a plot to break a bomber out of prison, but with lack of evidence, he was released. Now, France's prime minister confirmed today that the two suspects were likely being followed, that is, tracked by security officials. But on the defensive, he said there are a large number of people who pose a threat in France and too few people to watch them, which is a very hard message to accept after such a deadly attack.
Absolutely, you're right about that. Susan Ormiston, thanks, Susan.